diffusion filters. I absolutely love them and use all different kinds. And we're gonna be going over two that I use today. Hoya filters. I use these specifically on my film cameras, but you could also use them in your digital cameras, the mirrorless SLR or any cameras where you want some diffusion and a little bit of character and softness in your images. Right now, I am purposely backlit and wearing a white shirt so you can see the effect of these filters. So we're gonna be comparing the black mist filter and then the white mist filter. Hoya only makes both of these diffusion filters. They don't come in different strengths. This is how it looks with no filter. And this is a black mist filter from Hoya. And as you can see, the image looks different. I should be blooming a lot more around the edges and around anywhere we see highlights. So let's compare this now to the white mist filter. And here we go, this is the white mist filter. And as you can see from both of the filters, this one's a lot stronger. I think you can barely see me, it's blooming so much. Things to consider when getting any type of blooming or mist filter is number one, the type of camera you're using, and number two, the focal length you're using in the lens. The camera sensor size will directly affect the amount of highlightation that you see in your images. So generally, the smaller the sensor is, the more blooming you'll see. And the bigger the sensor, the stronger the strength you'll need of a diffusion filter. And again, the focal length too, the lens directly affects this too. And generally, the longer the focal length you're using, if you're in a telephoto lens like a 200, that's going to need a stronger amount of diffusion than, let's say, a wider angle lens with like a 24 millimeter. The white mist filter permanently lives on my Leica M3 when I'm shooting film. However, the effect there might be a little bit difficult to see because I shoot really stylized with a lot of grain, a lot of contrast. That's why I'm filming these examples so you could better see directly what the filters do. And then also on my medium format camera, when I shoot film on the Hasselblad, I use the white mist filter too as well. And as you can see that the effect on the medium format camera that shoots 6x6 doesn't affect it as greatly as it does on the crop sensor that I'm using here. For me personally, I prefer the white mist because all black mist filters affect the temperature a little bit in your images. Generally, what the black mist filters tend to do is they warm up your image a little bit. But here you can see I ran some other tests just shooting in a controlled environment. I was just shooting my label maker and shooting it with the proper exposure, and then I overexposed it by a stop and then 2 stops, and then I compare all the different filters, and you can see how it affects the images, also how it affects the exposed light fixture directly in the frame. So you could see how much bloom you get, but you could see directly on this one that the blooming in the black mist filter definitely warms up your light source and just your image overall. And here's just another quick test that I ran so you could see the different type of blooming that it does. Just holding my hand out directly to the sunlight, because what it'll do is it will make your rim lights, it'll make them glimmer, and you can see the different amount of strength that it has and the difference between a white mist and the black mist. So there you have it. This is just a quick video showing you the 2 different options from Hoya. Absolutely love these filters. Like I said, they live on my film cameras and my photo cameras, and they're a great way to add character to your images if you don't want something really clinical or clean looking. This will give your lenses a little bit of style and a little bit of character.